All right. Welcome to session 2. So we're going to just kind of give a quick recap of what happened in the last session, and then we'll just jump right in. We started off in Nylora of the Festival of the Orakshi. All of the characters had already entered their way into the town from session zeros. We had a start at the clam with two of our groups of characters kind of heading that way out to go to Ceres's exchange and kind of get some breakfast. And we had two of our other characters, Basura and Snarf, who had been regurgitated up onto the shore from a mucusy disaster with a green creature. And upon them meeting the other part of the group, a battle ensued as creatures of mucus-like proportions exploded into the Ceres's exchange, and they fought off the weird, blubbery, skin-bloated monstrosities. And from there, they went to the Temple of Tara, the Cove, and spoke with the priestess there and learned of some of the more interesting parts of maybe Basura's red skin, as well as that this is kind of different than what they had seen before, and that they will have some of their acolytes look at the bodies and see if they can find something else going on. The party then decided, hey, we really need some breakfast after fighting mucusy things and having this stuff all over us, because that makes me hungry as well. And went down to the town and went to the local bakery shop, the Siren's Hearth, and within met a fairy baker who promptly kicked out Tsena, and Flora talked with them and decided to exchange to say, hey, I need to use the back part. Went ahead and went in. Started using that as the Basura and Snarf got a sausage on a stick, and Miidyr and Sarloth headed down to the Stargazer. And that's where we're going to open up today's session. We have Miidyr and Sarloth heading towards the Stargazer, which is a small cafe that is dedicated more to the quiet, bookish types. So, porting it to you guys, what are you doing?
Well, Sarloth is gonna go find some tea, so I'm gonna go up to like the desk and see what kind of tea they have.
All right.
Miidyr just following along.
As you head up to the outside of the Stargazer, you see a kind of a weathered wooden exterior, painted in a calming green that kind of stands in the stark contrast to kind of the vibrant flags and posters and other paraphernalia of the festival itself. A single lantern hangs above the entrance. It's kind of gently pulsing a bioluminescent glow. As the only advertisement for the establishment itself, there is no proper name. And as you approach the kind of on the inside, it is a hushed kind of sanctuary. There's dim lighting provided by well-placed oil lamps and the same kind of bioluminescent globes suspended from the ceiling, worn leather armchairs, ornately carved wooden tables, kind of beckon you to sit down and enjoy some of their well-worn tomes on the walls, as well as their drinks. The scents here are of heavy paper, old celestial charts. There's also some sketches of complex diagrams within the chairs themselves from past patrons that seem to kind of be etchings of previous lives leaving their mark upon here. And a soft melody kind of drifts behind a beaded curtain as Lara, the proprietor, is kind of humming a beautiful tune, seeming to make some pour over coffee currently. She has a very bright blue and white tunic adorned with silver embroidery of constellations, with a woven belt of twilight sky, and her long silver hair, streaked with a few strands of defiant red, is kind of pulled back in a loose braid that weaves a seashell charm at its end. And she has these very calming movements and a presence as she kind of glides from making coffee to restocking some of the items behind the counter.
What a lovely establishment, dear.
Definitely your kind of place.
I will not take that as the jive that you sort of meant it to be and move on with my morning. think
I
it's
didn't mean it
beautiful.
as a jive. It is just the way you are.
That's fair. Well, shall we see? I smell coffee, and I know how much you love coffee, so
It does smell quite good.
walk up to the counter and good morning.
And Laura quickly turns around. Oh, hello. How are, welcome to the Stargazer. Coffee, drinks, pastries.
Yes, you have a lovely establishment. I want to say that.
Thank
I was wondering
thank
if you had any tea.
Would you like, some herbal, or would you like, regular?
Oh, regular would be fine this morning.
Oh, of
And I
course.
believe my wife would love a cup of coffee as well.
All right.
Oh, yes, please. And a pastry.
Yes, a
Okay.
pastry would be lovely. too.
Yes, of course. Do you want the tea to be a little bit more on the bitter side, some more tannin added into it, steeped a little bit longer, or would you like a lighter flavor, a little bit less?
Lighter this morning, please.
All right, all right, all right. And as far as for your coffee, how would you like it?
With a little bit of cream and sugar, as normal. And
Alright.
can I actually have 2 pastries?
Oh, of course, of course. We have plenty to go around. We have a few of our scones as a little seasonal jam and some whipped cream, as well as some of our honey glazed kelp cakes that we're serving today.
Ooh, I'll take one of each of those too.
Most certainly. And will this be taking out to the festival itself, or will you be hanging out here with us?
Suppose we could take it to go, dear. Go back to the others.
I
You
see no
wanna-
problem with that.
All right, then I will make sure to wrap it up in some of our wax wrap. Let's see. Okay, I am going to go ahead and get this ready for you. Altogether, it should be 7 copper.
I'll hand over 8, and thank you. Here's,
Oh, yes, of
it
course,
smells
of
lovely.
course.
So
Just be a few minutes.
Thank you.
Mm.
And Miidyr moves down the ways to where it seems like people can wait for their to-go orders.
She kind of moves again with intent but calm. There is structured and built memory from many years doing this exact thing, preparing for people, providing service, and she hums that haunting tune again as she's kind of moving back and forth, getting the coffee and the tea ready. While that is waiting for that, we will pass over to Basura and Snarf.
You see, the thing with festival food is, like, it's a little bit more expensive, but I think it just tastes a little bit better.
A little saltier from the sea.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, the guy we bought the sauces from, I'm pretty sure I saw him in the market square, like, last week, doing the same thing, but it just tastes different.
And we're also at the are we also at the Stargazer?
Oh, you guys are outside in the street because you guys got a
Okay,
sausage
cool,
on a stick.
Oh, yeah. I would like to head towards the driftwood. The cracked driftwood kraken.
Oh, okay. You're gonna head towards the.
Yeah, the architecture caught me with the lure, and I start making my way towards that way.
Okay.
That was so pretty, all that driftwood.
Yeah. So as you head up towards the driftwood, you can see that the outside building itself is made of this very intricately driftwood sculptures and various statues and art pieces, some abstract, some in the shapes of various sea life or things along those lines. The outside is decorated as well into these intricate patterns that seem to hold these glowing bioluminescent orbs that are pretty common around this area in most of the establishments. And on the outside, it is in these very artistic letters. It just says the Driftwood. And as you're looking on the inside, you can see that there's a few people at these very ornately carved tables, not out of the driftwood, but exotic like woods with deep rivets and attaches of iron and metal that seem to attach itself in these strange abstract shapes that connect down to the floor itself. Enjoying very fancy looking plates of well put together food and tapas and just very, very elegantly made food and drinks. And you can see that it's relatively busy right now. There's 2 servers that are rushing back and forth to each table, kind of making sure to keep up with that breakfast rush that's happening right now.
I want to roll an investigation check to make sure there's no goo around.
I'll go ahead and give you a perception check. Go for it.
Oh, that one. Gotcha. Let's see. Rolling. I was like, if there's goo here, oh boy.
17. As you're looking around, looking for that mucusy kind of slop that you had from these monsters, as well as that was on you earlier this morning. Everything up at this part of the shallows, kind of away from the water, is thankfully free of most of that.
Oh,
You don't really see a lot of the effects, or at least as many effects of the ocean at this part of the shallows. So even some of the windows that you would normally see the algae kind of creeping around from the corners, this establishment's a little bit more upkept, and their windows are nice and clean. There you can see through. The driftwood itself seems to be well maintained. There isn't really a view or anything that you can see that's kind of covered, or even a glimpse of that mucus.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Basura, this place looks pretty clean to me. You want to go have a drink?
Yeah, sure.
All right, yeah, let's head into that way.
As you head in to the driftwood, there is a podium with a very well dressed tiefling, black, just almost like pitch black, with very, very dark eyes and bright neon pink pupils, as their horns kind of slooched down all the way back, incredibly long, and flew out towards their shoulders, dressed in a very, very, very nice steam-pressed suit as you walk forward into it. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Driftwood. Do we have a reservation for this morning?
Oh yeah. Well, I had a match this morning, and I kind of got lost track of time. I got sucked into the sea, but I thought I made reservations.
What is the name on the reservation?
McDonald Snarf.
McDonald Snarf. Okay, let me check. Do not see you on the reservation list. Would you like to wait for a table?
Yes.
Is there any
yes.
seating at the bar?
Oh, do you have? I didn't think about a bar.
I can check for you. I will have somebody come forward, and then we can discuss, all right? Yes. All right,
Okay.
and would you like the name under McDonald Snarf?
Yes, please.
All right. And he writes your name on a little sheet of paper, and he walks back towards the bar.
Awesome. I'm gonna go play with a little bit of the driftwood and start assembling it into a little wrestling arena and start playing with wrestling while I'm waiting.
As you go into kind of pick these little pieces up and kind of going along, some of the people around are kind of looking at you in kind of a strange way, as you are very colorful and playing with some of the children's driftwood toys, just kind of making this little arena, putting it together, and
Screw you,
around,
Slick
yeah.
Rick. Sorry, I just start getting all crazy. Screw you, Slick Rick. You're a sideball. I did it.
The tiefling comes back. Yes, we have a few spots up at the bar. If you would like to come with me.
Yes, please.
All right, this way. And they grab 2 menus and walk you up to the bar. It is a very large piece of bird's eye maple that has been put on top of this intricate structure of driftwood that you can see through, and within each side is sea glass and lights that are shining through, kind of casting this chromatic pattern along the floor underneath. And the benches and bar stools themselves seem to be made from an abalone-like shell, and so it reflects this light off even more into these scattering prismatic colors. And you walk up, and behind the bar is a very well put together lizard folk who has a very nicely put green polka dot dye that goes all the way down, tucked into their apron, and they're just wearing a very nice white shirt, rolled up sleeves, this kind of swampy green-like color, mixing a few cocktails. It looks like they have a Bloody Mary mix going in this very large vat to the side, as well as some mimosas that looks like they're going to be served to a very large party of, to the very far right of a bunch of girls that are kind of dressed in what look to be fun costumes of different sea creatures. There's like an octopus and a squid and a shark and a guppy fish that are all just kind of having fun, enjoying the festival kind of vibe. As the tiefling says, "Here you are, here are your 2 stairs," and they put down 2 very small menus that says bar menu. Get out 2 towels and the silverware, and bow to you as they walk off.
I'm gonna look at the bartender lizard guy and ask, why did the lizard start making cocktails at the Driftwood Kraken?
You're gonna have to tell me on that one. I haven't heard that one yet.
Because he wanted to show off his tailored drinks.
Yeah, we don't get that kind of lowbrow stuff around here very often.
Oh, well, it's good to meet you, Snarf McDonald, local wrestler and comedian.
Oh, hi, Snarf. I've heard of you. We have a couple of our patrons seem to make a lot of money off of you recently.
Oh yeah, it's a lucrative business, that entertainment business.
And he turns around and reaches out his hand as he wipes it off on his towel on his shoulder. Nice to meet you.
Give him a good hand. I'll give him a light hand. I don't want to hurt his little lizard hand. I'll give him a light shake.
All right. Name's Rennick.
Oh.
I'm gonna offer
Nice.
my hand up and be like, "I'm Basura the Red."
Yes, you are. And shakes you up. Nice to meet you too. Okay, what can I get started for you?
Something with
There's a-
caffeine?
All right.
Actually, yes. Do you have anything like coffee with like a liqueur creamer?
Yeah, we can definitely do something like that. Is that it? Do you just want the plain? Do you want me to fancy it up? What kind of things are you both into right now?
Oh. To be honest, I was really into some, Nope, shouldn't go there. Just kidding. It was gonna be a joke about Romantis, but I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, I will take that. I just beat Romantis the other day. And boy, howdy, do I feel good, the Rose Mantis.
Oh, yeah, quite a
Yes.
character, that one. He really leans
Yeah.
into his identity.
I was gonna have you make the drink a little rosé-y, but it didn't seem too good.
I might
after
be able to
thought
get
about it.
maybe some like a lavender cold brew, a little bit of vodka, maybe a slight thing of maybe some Angosh bitters.
You know what? It's not now. It's sounding good. I'll take it.
All right, and get that. What about you, the red? Still
I'll
just
let
like
you make
cream?
the best decisions.
All right. Well then, how about just some cream liqueur and coffee for you then? That's all right.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
All right.
Hey,
That's. Oh, yep.
hey, Rennick. I believe we could be cousins. I am also green.
Is this one of those jokes again?
Yeah, it could be, but I was just wondering. You got any wrestlers in your family?
No. I also don't have any I don't mean to assume, but orc?
Yep, my daddy was an orc.
Yeah, and don't have much orc in my background here.
All right, just checking.
No, I mean, I think you, are you looking for family?
Well, you know, my father passed away when I was real young, so maybe I had brothers I didn't know about or sisters.
Well, I hope your, search for your family goes well then.
Right on, Rennick. Just that green, looked like, some green I've been seeing on my legs and
Oh.
stuff.
Not sure that's how heredity works, but I'm not an expert. But I'll go ahead and get your drinks rolling. That's gonna go. That's gonna be a 6 silver. All right.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I got you on that. I just want my. Yep, I got you.
All right.
Purse is thick. I'm gonna hand him 7 silver.
All right. And he just kind of goes back and starts mixing some of the drinks. And then we will hop over to.
There's 10 silver and a gold.
Correct. All right, Flora. And Tsena. Tsena, you are currently standing outside of the Siren's Hearth, with Flora going inside and furiously making her treats. So we'll go ahead and switch over to Tsena. As you see, kind of the two other people of your party kind of split up and go to separate cafes or restaurants. Tsena?
Oh, I'm just going to be munching on some hardtack and rations while I'm trying to contemplate how that went south as quickly as it did. And trying to reconcile such a diverse area here, possibly still harboring racism toward Drow or something of that nature.
All right.
Just thinking and eating.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I should have dragged you to the driftwood.
– 18.
Ooh.
As you're kind of sitting back, contemplating, going through your thoughts, kind of the last couple days, and the strange but exciting and exhilarating new experiences that you're having outside of the Brittle Coast, especially with the newfound friend in Flora, and possible group activities involved with what you had just experienced just an hour or so ago. You see that there is some commotion coming from the west side down the road of this street, where there are large banners of gold and red that are floating through, and it seems to be kind of a large, almost envoy that is coming through. And a lot of people are kind of moving to the side of the street and kind of gazing in awe as it starts to move down.
Like a parade coming through?
Not so much a parade, but someone who wishes to have their presence known as well as make it ostentatious.
An entourage.
Yes.
Around how long's it been since I left Flora to her cooking?
Maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, I won't bother her then. I'll just lean up against the post and continue to watch.
All right. Flora, you are within the very small bakery, but it has enough to make you the type that you're trying to make your treats and your pastries. And there's a good 9 large ovens from ceiling to floor that line the back wall. And there is an area for cutting boards as well as kneading dough and a central island to kind of for workshop purposes, and a smaller like stove top, but it has no oven on it.
I have a question for the DM.
Sure.
Would you consider this a short rest for all of us?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
With that, rule of cool.
With
Yeah,
that
that's fine.
clarification, DM, good sir.
Can I use the baker's special food where I can make food for 6 creatures? They're supposed to eat it at the end of the short rest to
That's
get
fine.
get it, like an extra. Here, I'll just link it.
Make it good. Make it real good. Ooh, you paid off. Damn.
Yes. Yeah, you can just make the treats at the bottom. I know it says when you finish a long rest, but that's fine. You can make the treats that last for this rest. I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool. So what she's going to make, and also as an apology to the fairy and the dragonborn child, Flora's gonna make honey oat muffins, and she's gonna show the dragonborn step-by-step process and things that you could do, things that you shouldn't do, but some people do. She just goes through the whole motion with her because she's kind of upset with Tsena, so she's cooking her feelings out.
She's pouring those conflicted feelings into this. The Dragonborn himself is picking up, learning.
And then if I still have time, if I can make 2 things of holy carrot juice.
Yes, that is fine. While you're doing it in between, you're also making these. So you are very good at, especially with having 12 kids, you're very good with time management. So you're able to, in between of mixing ingredients and popping these into the oven, you're able to also make the holy carrot juice. And if you want, I'll just go ahead and you have not a vial, but you have, I don't even know what to call it. You have a container of holy carrot juice that functions as holy water.
A flask?
Sure. Brain didn't know what kind of container it wanted to put it in.
A conch.
A conch. A shell. A lung.
A lung. Oh yeah, a bag.
Yeah, there we go.
A growler.
A growler.
A growler.
A a sheep bladder. Whatever you got.
55-gallon drum.
Yeah, 55
Drum,
drum.
drum, drum, drum.
That's a lot of holy carrot juice.
And with that, whenever I'm done, then I'll exit.
Okay. You're able to whip this out pretty quickly. You have done this for quite a long time, and in numbers way greater than this. So you go ahead and exit out. Just as the envoys, you kind of walk out, you see the fairy is just cleaning up some of the flour and stuff that they had been splashing all over the place, trying to teach the Dragonborn how to make bread.
Thank you again. Bye.
Oh, yep. Yep, of course.
She doesn't really know what to say because of that interaction that happened initially, so all she can think of is, this is how I'm going to apologize, and now I have to leave.
Well, as she exits, I'm gonna tap her and point down the road and say, there's some sort of a hubbub down that way. Some dignitary, I'm guessing, or well-to-do person of interest in this town was passing through. Seemed to really want the attention, too.
That's nice of them. Here, take this muffin, and it's wrapped up, and I'd like to think that she wrapped it up, at least. She's not, like, breathing on all of them.
Ooh, which one is it?
And if you do go to reach for it, she's gonna hold on to it while maintaining eye contact with you.
Are you trying to make me feel bad?
No, you're a good person, so you already feel bad. I appreciate that you took the initiative to talk to the very nice fairy in there. It was not kind to be so disrespectful right out the gate. So we can work on that. That it's going to be okay. But you might not be able to go back in that building for a while they're there. But there's just some things we could work on. You did really good otherwise. But here, have this muffin.
I'm gonna make sure that I
you.
have the muffin in my hand before I say, "You're playing it a little fast and loose with the word very nice, aren't you?" She wasn't very nice at all.
Well, she's a little rough around the edges, sure, but she also really, she's very protective of those she loves and cares for. And you just kind of you bit a little too hard. Maybe nibble next time, and then we can go from there. I don't want to see you get kicked out of every place.
You're nice. You're protective of your children. Your son's a putz, and I'm gonna walk away.
She's just gonna follow, and she's gonna hold on to the other muffins for everyone else while she nibbles on her own.
All right. As you start walking kind of out into the street, you see this big fanfare. Again, there is a large envoy of people. It seems that there is a carriage, quite big, fancy, that is being drawn down the street with very large Clydesdale-like horses that have been groomed and outfitted with the colors of gold and red, deep crimson red, and the symbol of Valgus, the deity of the sun, proudly on each banner, and the armor of the guards that are across are emblazoned with the crimson color as well as Valgus on their centerpiece, their chest plate, as they're walking through, carrying the very ostentatious display down the street as people are kind of moving out of the way and looking in a very odd kind of aghast kind of look towards this. We will move over to Miidyr and Sarloth. The tea. All right. Here you go. And she hands this. This is for you two. Here is your tea. And here is your coffee. And your two pastries to go. Again, I thank you very much for coming into the Stargazer. Please tell everyone about us. We love to have anybody come in. Come, just sit down, enjoy some. I know festivals can be busy, and in here we'd like to keep that down. We all need our rest every now and then.
Yes, it is quite lovely. Thank you so much. I do hope we can come back. I would love to just sit and enjoy your lovely cafe.
Oh yes, I think that would
Honestly,
be
me
great.
too.
Yes, anytime, please. You can also call ahead of time. We can have stuff ready. If you have a bigger party, we can you can rent out this space and we can have it set up for you any way you would like.
Oh, how lovely. You really are very helpful in this town.
Oh, we try.
People have been nothing but nice since we've arrived.
Well, other than those slimy fellows on the beach, but, not a lot you can do about
Yeah,
that.
there's just recently heard about that just coming up here. Strange.
Yeah, I don't know about what happened with those folks, but we can talk about that later.
All right.
Yes.
Well, enjoy your time at the festival.
Well, thank you again. And I'm
yes.
going to sip the tea. Oh, it's lovely.
Thank you. It is a green tea, very, very light, with a hint of chamomile and some deeper notes of sage.
Oh. Almost as good as the lilac tea, darling.
You keep talking about the lilac tea as if you have not had it since. I don't know why you're so hellbent on the tea from the first time we met.
Because that tea was special.
Miidyr
was
just
very
shoves
expensive
half a
lilac tea.
pastry in her mouth. She is absolutely starving, so she starts like wolfing down her food.
Well, shall we back out to the festival and our newfound compatriots? I'll take that as a yes, darling. Peck her on the cheek, and then I'll start walking out.
As you start moving forward, Miidyr, your heart sinks into the middle of your chest and drops into your stomach as you almost choke upon the pastry in your mouth as you see Kalo in its glory, being a procession through just right outside of the Stargazer. The banners whipping through, the flag bearers upright and duty bound. You can see that the carriage is being drawn by some of the upper echelon's horses, some of the families that you yourself have dealt with in the past. This is out of the ordinary for Kalo to send something like this to a festival that celebrates Terra, of all people, but it's even stranger that they are here in Versailles, this far north, just being, as Versailles has seceded from them, good 35 years ago.
I immediately
Rather
grab
ostentatious
like
display.
my husband's arm and I'm like coughing and choking while trying to hold everything else in my hand to keep him from going outside.
I'm gonna turn. What, darling? What?
I need to sit. We need to sit.
Okay, are you okay?
Just sit.
Okay.
And I point towards the back of the cafe,
Oh,
away
very
from the
strange,
windows.
dear. I will sit down.
You're gonna sit down. There is a obvious color change in Miidyr, where her normal, very deep indigo, you can see that it is slightly paler, pulling blood into her vital organs as you are visibly seeing a brief moment of anxiety before a quick control and balance enacts itself in response. And you see her breath quicken when she sits down and go back to nice steady breaths as she clears her throat a little better and swallows down the rest of her food.
Darling, are you okay? You look quite unwell.
Honey, we've talked about my past before, right?
Well, yes, of course, obviously.
Yeah, so when we got into town the first night, there was a man in calla robes that seemed to recognize me, and I didn't want to worry you at the time, but I don't know what this is, and I don't want to be seen by whatever is going on outside.
Ah, yes, that would be less than ideal, wouldn't it?
Well, unless you want to be dragged to Calla with me, that would be the outcome of that, probably.
You know, as much as I've always wanted to meet your family, dear, I don't think I really do.
No, you don't. No, we've talked about this. You don't want to meet them. You never should meet them. They are no. Mm-mm.
Yes, well, best to stay here then, shall we? We did say we want to enjoy the ambiance of the cafe, and it is quite lovely. minus the murdering psychopaths outside.
Yeah, let's just stay here for a minute. And Miidyr sits to where she can see the door, but also still get up and like grab Saul and run if need be.
Mm-hmm. Go give me a perception check.
Eight.
8. Your ability to calm yourself is overtaking your mind. You're not used to having this type of loss of control, especially outside of the kingdom that you grew up in. You're used to having the control, being the level head within this, but this thing really knocked you down. This is something you were not expecting this far. Actually, this is one thing that you were hoping for, that you would be far away, that you wouldn't have to worry about it. So it is a double surprise for you. And there is a slight feeling in the back of your head for letting your guard down a little. Even though you felt safe and you're here with Saul, there is that kind of, well, I probably should have been a little bit more mindful now and not have let my guard down too much.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But with that, that's where your mind wanders in. It is hard for you to focus on many different things with that kind of upset that's happening.
Reasonable.
All right, so we will go to Snarf and Basura as Rennick is whipping up the drinks. He hands the mimosa drinks on a platter over to one of the servers as they take it over to that table, and he makes a few more drinks during this time, and then gets to your drink. Basura, he kind of slides over a glass that has some coffee and cream liqueur inside of it, and then Snarf, he is going to he hands you something that you didn't order, and it is a pale blue color, and it is a kind of a milky pale, and it has these green kind of crystally looking things around the edge of the cup, and then on the top sits a lime wedge flat down with what looks to be a small tree like sculpture that seemed to be made from a sugar cube.
Ooh. Why? Well, thank you, Rennick. This is whatever it is, it looks fantabulous.
Yeah, I thought I'd since you are a little bit of a celebrity around here, thought I'd give you a little bit of an upgrade.
Oh man, thank you. Do you want me to put on a wrestling demonstration in the lobby or something?
No. But I do appreciate the trying to get me to get paid back again.
Yeah.
But no, please.
Oh yeah.
Try
well,
this
I
out.
got
Let me
you.
know how it is.
Yeah. Well, I got you. You ever seen some goo, green goo? Like
It depends on the
gelatinous-y?
context.
Oh yeah, it's very gelatinous-y and gooey.
Or are you speaking like gelatin, like the stuff that I used to make foam?
It could be considered looking like that. Yeah, usually on the water and by the beaches.
Oh, sea foam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a shore town. We do get sea foam frequently.
Has it ever embarked somebody? Embellowed some? Has it ever taken over somebody?
I mean, some of the kids might use it as like a beard when they're playing, like on the shore, but I've never really, that's about as far as I go. I mean, it's pretty harmless stuff. It's just really salty.
Okay, roger that. And I'm gonna try, what the hell is, oh god! It's delicious.
As you go to take a sip, it is 4 different layers of flavor, and as you're taking a drink, each color, the drink itself shifts from that kind of blue, and then it goes to a green, and then it goes to a pink as you're drinking it. And it is it starts off with a very strong citrusy lime. It melds into a kind of smooth coconut cream, and then it goes at the end to a smoked lavender, and the very last is burnt brown sugar. So it goes from these like kind of salty, the sourness to this kind of creaminess that kind of covers that all up, and then it goes to a little bit of that bitter kind of herbal taste, and then it goes to that really bitter sweet taste at the end.
Wowzer. Damn. I feel like I can beat Slick Rick the Slime Ball now.
Haven't heard that name in a while. How's that big boy doing?
He still cheating. I don't know if you know this. He's a big cheater.
Well, big is definitely an understatement.
Oh, I knew I liked you, Rennick. Flick him another silver.
Oh, and he takes it. Thank you. How about you, the red? How's your drink?
I'm just gonna down it in one gulp.
Ooh.
I mean, if you wanted whiskey, I could have just got you one.
No, we've got some people waiting on us. I mean, he might be a celebrity, but apparently I'm a harbinger. And then I'm just gonna get up and walk out.
Right. Friend of yours, Snarf? I mean, you guys came in together. Doesn't seem like your type of
This guy and I had the same childhood, and we instantly bonded. He is the epitome of how I feel inside. Small, scrawny, weak, red, outcast. But boy, something about him gives me the heeble-jeebles in the sense of adventure time.
Yeah, well, to each their own. Glad that you trauma bonded with somebody. I think that's important sometimes.
Yes. After leaving Cananodia, I was very traumatized.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's a place up north. Kakakanadano.
Those are, you said 2 different things.
Yeah, up north. I lived outside a little village with a big mountain next to it, and that big mountain where's all the gods hung out. In Cananodo.
I think I'm gonna have to cut you off on that one drink. All right. It seems like the alcohol's kind of affecting a little bit more than I thought, but don't worry, it's okay being a lightweight. I mean, the shape that you're in, I'm not surprised that you don't drink very often.
In appearance, very large, and drinking very small.
Yeah. So, anything else I can get for you, Snarf?
Nah, I'm gonna go mingle around with some of your fine patrons.
I would suggest not doing that.
Or not.
But, yeah, I think, yeah, definitely gonna have to cut you off on that one.
It was the burnt brown sugar stole my heart.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can name it after you. This is one of my new creations.
You know, I'm partly famous around these parts. They would kind of know what it is.
Yeah, I was thinking about calling it the McDonald.
I'd be honored.
All right. Yep. I'll still kind of refine it a little bit, but I think I can get that going.
Rennick, we are green like family, bro.
However you like to see your family, Snarf. And he turns around and starts moving down the bar and taking orders. We are heading back to Basura. You're leaving. Snarf, are you also leaving now?
I'm gonna slam that drink if no one's looking, and I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just chug it. No one's really paying attention to you that much. Most of these people are more worried about themselves and their appearances than they are about anyone else's.
Hey, Basura, it was pretty weird in there that, like, all the chicks and shit didn't, like, flock to me. That's usually not the case. These people are weird.
I think it's because you weren't in your leotard thing.
Oh, yeah, I do look 100% different. This is true. It is a costume.
As you exit the driftwood, you see Flora and Tsena kind of kitty corner to the right a little bit to where the hearth was, the Siren's hearth, and you see this large procession that is kind of going through that I had been describing with these red and gold banners, the symbol of Valgus, the sun deity, bright and gold upon every single banner, and a large caravan that is kind of being drawn by these huge Clydesdales, very large horses.
Hey, Snarf, let's go see what these weirdos are doing.
Holy cow, I'm gonna go ride one of those things. Let's go.
All right,
We're
you
gonna
meet
walk
with
over to Flora.
Flora and Tsena on the other side as they're walking in.
Hey.
Does it smell like carrots?
That's mine, but this can be yours. And she hands you the muffin.
Gonna sniff it, then kind of take it in 2 bites.
I hand one to Snarf as well.
Holy cow, this will help sober me up. Yes.
And as you eat them, you feel stronger, almost as if these are kind of infusing you with a new vitality. You have temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus.
Woo!
It's a
got
walking
gains.
2.
Hey man, 2. It's a good number.
I got gains.
Better than none.
Double deuce.
2 more hits couldn't take before.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So, what are you doing as this procession is passing? It is almost past the way that you are. You are right in the middle of it now. Your group. You are right next to the sausage cart, and it is moving past relatively slowly. And a lot of these, the people that you see in this procession are very uptight, very straight, making militaristic movements and walking. And not paying attention to anything except for what's right in front of them.
I think I'd like to get a little bit closer.
Are you okay? What are you gonna do when you get closer?
Well, I'm looking for work, actually. I mean, we haven't really done much except for helping fishermen on the dock since we've been here.
If you're looking for work, there's the job board.
Well, I actually I have another job that I've been neglecting lately.
Well, maybe our friends our new friends here will have something, because
Yeah,
where's the
that'd be
rest of
good.
them? We're missing the
Yeah, that'd be
tieflings
good.
with their cute horns. Have you not seen them? Do you know where they went?
I'm gonna try and get a little closer to the procession, and Senna's gonna close his eyes, start reaching out to everything around, and use divine sense on the people gathered, the throng.
As you reach into your mind and cast out your sense, there's a voice that lingers and injects itself into your mind. And you notice this as one of the pontiffs. Tsena. Been on your journey now for a month. We have yet to see any coin enter the coffers. I see you're using your gift frequently, yet no fruits of this labor have been delivered. When will you be able to fulfill your end of our bargain?
Expenses mount daily, but I should be able to compensate for those and dig further into the coffers of the Abzat when I am done scanning this entourage here. There's plenty of people around. I'm sure not all of them are without sin.
We'll see to it that whatever you do find, you extract. We don't usually let one of our own, especially a taxman, this far outside of our grasp. Do not disappoint.
Damn it.
And then you feel the voice and that injection rip from your mind as your senses finally breathe, and it sends out that sense as you're scanning, almost like ghostly like fingers groping each person's senses and past sins as it goes over each of the processions. And you notice at least 2 or 3 of them have debts, and one in particular, the forefront, the one that is walking at the front of this procession, carrying a very large scroll, has a debt upwards of 286 gold to Orzhov itself. And it looks like there is quite a few other debts beneath that, but there's definitely a debt to Orzhov that they have.
Okay, I'm going to make a note of this individual that's at the front of the procession, and try to nonchalantly stay with the direction of the entourage, while not leaving the party, sort of walking ahead, so that subconsciously they might veer in that direction alongside me.
Currently, as you start to kind of make that movement, you look around and you see Flora, Snarf, and Basura just kind of looking at you as you start walking away.
He's got a hop in his foot again. I wonder where he's headed.
Well, I want to see who it is, don't you? Look at this. It's quite the pomp.
Well, of course, he's at the head of the parade thing. Is this a parade? It's a little lackluster. But they're usually the big. How about we get the rest of our new friends, and then we, maybe they might know who it is. Have you asked?
Well, no, but come on, you don't want to miss it.
Let me find our tiefling friends first, and then I imagine we'll still be able to follow them because it seems like they want to be center in attention, all of that. So I can't imagine we won't miss it.
He stands by you, Flora, with a big smile on his face.
Can we have a compromise? Let's go get our friends first.
Sarloth and Miidyr, you are sitting down, and Miidyr, you're paying attention, and the end of the caravan or envoy moves outside of the windows of the Stargazer.
Okay. I think it's okay to leave now. Seems
Oh.
like they've moved on.
Lovely. Well, I mean, are you okay? You seem a mite stressed. I understand why, of course, but
Well, they just don't. They shouldn't be here by all accounts. There's no reason for them to be.
yes.
I
well,
mean,
they
there
tend
are minor people who will come to these things, but nothing like that.
as you have told me, they tend to go where they please, darling, so
Let's just please be careful and stay close.
I will always be careful around you, darling.
And Miidyr kind of gets up. During this time, I'm assuming she's like stuffed the rest of the pastries down her mouth and heads for the door with her coffee.
As you exit onto the street, you look to your right and you see the rest of your party just kind of standing on the side of the road, just kind of looking around, and then their eyes catch you. Yours.
Well, look, our new friends.
At the very last moment, like as they look over, they're gonna see me looking over at Snarf while standing behind Flora and Tsena, and go like,
They're a strange lot, aren't they, darling?
No more strange than the few we've worked with in the past.
I suppose that's fair. Well, shall we?
Do let's. And Miidyr, kind of like keeping an eye on the procession itself, moves towards the other people that they have gathered.
Flora hands out the 2 muffins to the both of you.
Oh.
New friends, here.
Oh, cool. More food.
Lovely. Thank
I'll
you.
give you sick gains.
That was
Miidyr
so
does
kind
eat
of
it.
you.
The procession is making its way further down the street. It looks like they are heading up to the crests, and will be hitting the large thoroughfare up into the crest very soon.
Does
Probably.
anybody know who was at the head of the parade thing that was just now?
No, but that's what lured
Nope.
me out of my drinking.
What
Oh,
was that?
I missed a parade. I'm sorry, I was distracted by the cafe.
Oh, you
Quite
did
the lovely
miss
spot.
it. It's right here. Let's go see. He's carrying a scroll.
I'm gonna nudge Snarf and be like, "That's not Slick Rick's colors, is it?"
I don't know. Should I do an investigation check?
Anyone that sees, you all can just do a history check if you'd like. Anyone that wants to know
Oh,
what
there you
that
go.
was.
Yeah. Let's see, where's that one? Bang.
Miidyr just again stuffs the muffin in her mouth.
Yeah, in
Food
an
temp.
attempt to help my darling wife, I'm going to be turned to the opposite direction. I see no parade.
I mean, huge. I was told I could ride a horse, like huge horses.
Maybe not if they're privately owned, you know. Some people might be more particular about that.
Oof. Snarf with a 10. Those people really like Valgus. They like Valgus a lot. The deity of the sun. And then Basura and Tsena, you don't pay enough attention to that kind of people to really remember or know or care what colors they are.
I'm just gonna shrug and look over at Snarf. You know, down in the abyss, they have like little kiddie rides where you can ride on like giant seahorses, right?
Yeah.
It usually comes out
That
for like
sounds awesome.
carnivals, but up here, there's there's no water, so can't really get away with that.
When you say giant seahorse, how big a creature is this?
I guess a little bit bigger than a Shetland, smaller than a quarter.
Good God, that's a giant seahorse. And I'm going to start taking notes.
Well, I'd assume it's because it's from the abyss. It's more like a. Because you said, darling, that everything when it gets deeper in the ocean gets bigger, right?
Yes, it also gets wetter when it's down there.
There's got to be more water down there, right?
Exactly.
Ha! I wonder. Well, how about that?
Can you describe this seahorse to me? Does it look like an actual horse or more like a seahorse?
It kind of looks like a dire seahorse, like a regular seahorse, just bigger.
Fascinating. And I'm going to start scribbling in my journal trying to draw
Kind of like
one.
a backwards S with lots of scales, and then it bobs a lot.
Seahorses aren't exactly that large from what I remember, so would a dire seahorse just be like the size of your finger? I don't... I mean, well, what kind of size difference are we talking here?
Like I
Right
said,
on it?
it's about the size of like a Shetland pony, or smaller than a quarter horse.
A mighty big seahorse. Would you say the fins look like this? I'll show you my journal.
Yeah, I guess.
I shall have
I
to
wanna.
visit one day.
Can I see your pencil real quick?
Sure.
It's more like consummate V's. Consummate.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You've scribbled all over my drawing. Lovely.
Darling,
Thank you.
darling, be nice. Be nice.
You got
nice.
this. That's exactly what they look like.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Deep
Sorry,
I
breath.
like-
big ogre
deep breaths,
hands,
honey, deep
orc
breaths.
hands. Oh jeez.
I'll kind of turn around and start erasing the V's that have now scribbled all over
Right. Oh man. Well, anyway, that caravan has me excited.
It's not. I don't think it looked that interesting from here. I mean,
I wanted to ride. Dang.
Do you think that any of those people might know about this goo?
I asked my bartender Slick Rick, and he didn't really have a lot of info on it. I mean, look at Rennick.
doubtful, but I mean, are they even from here? I thought they worship Tara around here.
That's what I know. The festival. Yes.
But why are they here though? Or do they? Does Flora know anything about these people?
You can roll a history check.
Oh, I think I did. It
Oh,
was
you did a 10. You know as much as Snarf does. You know these people really like Valgus.
They might just
Do
be
I
here
know
for the
what Valgus
festival.
is?
Damn sun god.
It is entirely
Valgus.
possible they're here just
I mean,
to spread the word of the sun god.
I mean, he was. I could have sworn I seen some pretty armored up dude.
Isn't that
These
kind of
festivities
rude though
are
to do that during a festival at a place that does water stuff for probably water gods? And so I don't know. Maybe they know more than they're letting on. I
I
don't
bet
know.
we could
I'm
go.
just weird.
Yeah, I bet we can go check with the Kelp Warden. He checked their caravan in, so I wonder if he knows.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
he
this
might have
festival
some knowledge.
is religious at all. I think it might just be a secular, holiday type thing, and they're just here to celebrate or find converts or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, the Kelp Warden would also maybe know where they were staying if he gave them directions, and then we could ask questions
Very
there.
true. Yeah.
I
Kelp
think that's
Warden
a
is a lovely
great
Kelp Warden.
idea. for various reasons. Yeah. Um, yeah. Let's find out.
Agreed.
Now that Flora's traveled with Tsena for a little while, can she do an insight check on his tone of voice?
You may, and then Senna, you can do either a persuasion or
Oh, I'm gonna
deception.
try a deception.
Don't let anyone know because we don't want to know who's.
no.
Oh, I don't know if unless he gets like
Damn.
It's a hard read. Looks like he's genuinely
Damn.
excited about wanting to follow this procession.
Would I have noticed that he used Divine Sense earlier?
No, that is more of a personal thing.
Okay. All right. I'll just be watching, though.
The procession begins to start making its way up to the crests, going on to the steep incline up.
I'll pull Flora aside when I notice her looking at me funny. And I'll say, I have an obligation for the man that's at the front of this troop, just as I did for your son. I'd like to fulfill it.
Now, when you say fulfill it, do you mean like kill him?
Oh, no. Just collect his debt. Either in coin or send him to serve the council.
Oh, okay. So it's either, okay. We'll either be stealing from him or kidnapping him. Okay.
Well, sure.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer when I hear stealing.
Go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you can hear them.
She's got her little bunny paws on her hips, just like, really?
Senna's obviously trying to keep this on the down low.
Very much mom pose.
Oh, yeah. I hear what you're saying, and I know we're going to get into some trouble, but I really don't want to kidnap someone.
There won't be any kidnapping involved. Maybe some, clean up and skedaddle.
Senna, do you want to go ahead and give me a deception check? As you are trying to keep what you're talking about from the rest of the group. 27. Okay. Basura, you hear that they're talking, but it is very, very low hushed tones, and you're unable to make out what they're talking about.
I don't know. You're gonna do what you need to do. I've made it to the town that I need to be in. But I am quite curious as to what the whole group is gonna be doing, so I'll be sticking around, I do suppose. I don't know, Tsena. I'm not really good at breaking fingers. I mean, I can smash somebody, like a goblin's face, sure, that's trying to eat me. I can smash that face in all day. But, like, torture, I don't know.
You keep using words like torture and murder and things like that. Oh, you're sending shivers up my spine, Flora. Don't do that.
You know, I'm gonna say I don't believe you. And then she's just gonna she's just gonna shake herself for a moment, and then she's walking back towards the group.
Right. As you all are talking amongst each other, the envoy is now almost out of sight as it goes up to reach the top of the crests, or at the beginning of the crests. What are y'all doing?
Miidyr is desperately hoping nobody sees it disappearing and it just goes away.
I'm flipping through a book I had with me called Deep Sea Animals and You, trying to find this giant seahorse.
Yeah.
I'm kind of contemplating everything that the priestess said while following.
Where does this ridge seem to? Oh, do I know what's over the ridge? What's on
Yeah,
the
it's
other
the
side?
it's the crest. It's the top part of Nylora. It's where the more rich and wealthy patrons usually inhabit. There's nicer shops, nicer inns, and things along those lines. It's also the place for the where the emissaries from other nations are housed for certain places, especially if this is the festival. The mayor's house is also up there.
When were we going to see what we could do about this glowy problem off the shore?
Immediately, because I was asking my bartender about it.
Well, we've all eaten, so is now as good a time as any?
Yeah, were we
Well, I
waiting
mean,
on the bodies?
Yeah, we're waiting on the bodies,
Right,
but
right.
if we have time, we can go down to the shallows and I can talk to Roland. We were supposed to meet up with him yesterday or this morning.
Indeed.
I'm gonna make a mental note of what the guy looked like that was leading the procession.
Okay.
And I'll defer to the rest of the party as far as ushering toward the beach.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start heading towards. I think his name was Roland. He was the guy that we were supposed to go on the boat with.
Yeah, he was the fisherman that had the having some issues, and was seeing some of the glowing green, and it was scaring
Rolling
away the
Fingers.
fish.
Rolling Fingers is a roller. I remember old Roland.
Oh, roll of fingers. All right, so as you exit the small street into the shallows, down into the more northern part of the shallows, and the water starts slapping up, and you can kind of see the large walkway that leads to the depths, as well as deeper into the water of the shallows. To your right, you can see Jacka's fish gutting, and it is completely empty, and there is a sign on it that says, any information on Jacka's whereabouts, please contact the mayor. And it looks like nothing has been touched there since last night. And you move deeper into it, and again, as you get more into the water itself, there is no push or pull. Again, you feel as though it's just walking on land, but deeper into the water. The buildings themselves are this very opalescent-like shell that kind of reflects the top part of the water and the sun that is filtering through and refracting. And you come up to right before you hit the depths, which is down further into this large drop-off of a huge sea cliff. To your right, you see Roland, who is putting out some of the fresh caught seafare that he received this morning. He's kind of slapping it down. He goes, "Oi, hey! I didn't. We missed you this morning."
Yeah, we were kind of, for lack of a better word, abducted.
Yeah.
Oi, that's okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, I guess. We kind of lost Jekka, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you were with her. She hasn't shown up for work today.
Yeah, we encountered the green glowy thing, in which kind of looks like a weird jellyfish, and
Right.
it seemed to mesmerize her. And when we were trying to stop her, it mesmerized us too.
Right. So
It was a very bad night.
Sounds like it. So how can I do you want something from me?
Yeah, I was hoping next time you go out, like towards that area that you see the green glow, if we could accompany you, just so we could possibly investigate it.
I will be I will be heading out there again. Here probably within the next hour or so if you want to come down to the harbor.
I'm
We're
gonna
not,
glance
we're not gonna
back
be
at
going
the-
fishing or anything like that. We're just gonna see if we can scout out some new spots. The ones that we're going to, ain't got a lot of fish left. Seem to just be going around. Don't know where they're at.
Have you tried going to deeper waters and see if that's any better?
We don't really got a lot of the equipment to go to deeper waters. We usually just try to keep it just a mile offshore.
All right, if you don't mind, or I'm gonna turn around and look at everybody else. Do you mind if we tag along and?
Oh, all of you.
Of course.
I
Right.
don't mind.
Well, I guess not. It'll only be for, a few hours at a time, so yeah, I don't see why not. Sure.
Yes.
Is
Flora's gonna.
there anything else? You're gonna go again. Just meet us at the docks. This is the Kipper. That's the name of our ship. And just ask the harbor master, and then be able to get you in the direction of where we're docked.
Roger that, Captain. Thanks.
Yeah.
Flora's gonna look up over at Sarloth. Maybe we'll find, and she's gonna whisper to him. Maybe we'll find your giant seahorse.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
Startle out of the book and well, that would be lovely because I've read this back to front. There's absolutely no reference of a giant seahorse.
Just because it's not documented doesn't mean it does not exist.
Oh, absolutely, I agree with that. I'm more excited about the possibility of discovering an animal. Well,
You
discovering
could
on
name
land
it after
dwellers,
yourself.
which is, now that I think about it, rather colonialism of me.
I'll write a
Maybe less
song
like
about
that.
it. Tsena starts tuning his lute and says, "So would you like to start the lyrics of your discovery of the giant seahorse song?"
Oh heavens, no. I think no. I'll leave that to the natives who've already discovered said animal. But to at least document it for the land dwellers would be quite lovely. Though
Oh, they'll
not,
sing your praises to the mountains.
not personally document it myself. Obviously, of course. I would rather not go deep under the water. Far too many, edible creatures. Creatures that eat. Yeah, no. No, thank you. Darling, help.
I'm
Help?
gonna stand a
Now,
little bit
DM.
closer to him.
Yeah. What's up?
The shallows is underwater, but it's a breathable water, right?
Yeah. It's actually anything around the town or the city itself is breathable water. As soon as you go into the depths and you start to get, I don't know, probably about 100 feet or 100 yards away from the depths, the actual area, that's when it becomes regular water.
All right, so casually, I'm just gonna kind of swim upwards and kind of flip upside down,
Mm-hmm.
but stay within head level with the rest of the group.
Okay.
This guy's an
Flora.
acrobatic.
Come look at the red one. What an odd sight this is. You don't see this every day.
That's cool.
There is a feeling of kind of unease as you look around the folk that are traveling into the shallows, deeper into the waters. Looking at your group, they seem, again, slightly weary, as a group of very odd individuals are gathered together. But the feeling of less celebration and more suspicion or self-protection is kind of the general read on the people around you. As just recently, within the last couple hours, there had been a mass outbreak of, well, not mass, but 3 of their own that had been turned into mucus.
Poor people.
And as you are thinking and kind of standing around in a group, kind of looking at each other, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Okay.
All right, everyone, we'll be right back.
Let's do this.
And by rumble, I mean enjoy some tea quietly from the sidelines, because God forbid I ever get involved in anything dangerous.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
right.
it's all performance.
It's all performance. All right, welcome. We are back. Okay, so you guys had just kind of hanging out in the shallows towards the deeper end of it, almost to the depths, with Basura hanging upside down, about to Spider-Man kiss Snarf, and just kind of got a quest from Roland to go to the Kipper to head out into the sea.
We gotta find that done skipper kipper.
Now remember, Snarf, you need your little anti-nausea stuff.
Oh yes, yes, this is very true. Was it the oyster, the black oysters?
No, that was aphrodisiac. The
Oh, yeah.
seaweed stuff that she gave you.
Oh yes, yes. I have that. I will take it right out of my sack and take it. It's a
All right.
dose, a small vial elixir of the floating bits of plant matter.
There you go. And as you take it back, it is incredibly bitter and tastes like salty arsenic. Nice. It's just disgusting. It's very, very nasty. Paints your tongue a nice green though, so that's a bonus. Little slick, little oily.
Well, now I'm ready. Hope you guys don't get seasick.
So a little bit.
Oh heavens, are we going out to sea?
Into it, yeah.
Oh,
Yes, darling.
Do I have to?
It's all right. You just stick close.
How else will you find out if there's giant seahorse?
Oh, well, I tend to let others do that and just, document.
You can document and still see it. I believe in you. You're gonna be okay. You're with us. Look at
First-hand
how safe you are.
documentation.
I'm more concerned about the glowing green thing.
Did you say giant seahorse?
Sorry,
With
that's just
Big
my dialect.
gooses.
Oh gosh, I don't really have a choice in this, do I? Well, adventure away! Yay!
Miidyr just gently squeezes his shoulder, sort
gonna
of
get the kipper.
reassurance.
Would you like us to go to the apothecary and get you something?
Oh, no. No, I'll be fine. Don't think they'll have anything for just not wanting to go outside of the library.
Actually, she does have some really rare kelp with some silver sheen, and maybe that could do it.
No,
Oh,
Snarf.
No,
We're
she's
supposed
looking
to.
for it. She's
We're
looking
supposed
for
to
it.
find it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we find it, maybe it'll cure that.
Oh, I do hope not. Well, further in, or deeper under, what have
Oh,
you?
and as you're talking, Roland kind of walks by. Oh, hi. Do you just want to walk with me down there then, and heading there first?
That's
Yeah.
rolling fingers.
That's right. That's my name.
I was letting them. I didn't know they knew. He's a good guy.
Yep. I guess.
All right.
Y'all lot are the ones that going on the ship, right? And this is Basura and your Snarf. Great. Glad we're all caught up. Come on. And he walks out of the shallows.
She's gonna ask him while they're walking. Did you hear about the piece of corn that got in trouble?
No, wait. Oh, is this some sort of a joke?
It got quite the earful. You look like you needed a little laugh.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it's been a tough.
Miidyr giggles at the back of the group.
It's been a tough few weeks. No, with all the stuff going on, festival preparations and the like, and now Jack is not here, and I don't know, just general uneasiness.
Well, I hope that made your day a little bit more special.
I think it did. Was it a piece of popcorn? No, are you no?
Mm,
Oh, all right, okay.
More like a hopcorn. Get it? And then I tap my foot on the ground.
Oh, right then. This is a very strange bunch of people.
Normally the jokes are a little bit more amazing.
Oh, I'm not with them. Not a single one of them.
Right. Okay, let's just head to the ship then. And he exits out of the shallows, heading towards Keelbreaker's Alley. And along the way, Ceres's exchanges in a flurry of people buying. It looks like the festival's attendance is quite large this year. Many people are kind of exchanging goods and glances and talking with each other, and it's almost like a big school of fish just kind of swimming into one general area. And they there is still that kind of general sense of uneasiness, but less so in the exchange. People are kind of belaying their worries and their thoughts with purchasing goods and other amazing capitalistic-like endeavors. And you hit into the end of Ceres's exchange, and to the left is Keelbreaker's Alley, which just a little bit more down the road would be the Clam, where the four of you have a room. And if you take an immediate right, instead of going down the road, you'll head into the harbor itself. There is a loud clang of metal and blacksmith upon anvil banging and creating these metallic connections and sawing of wood and sawdust that fills in the air and the sides of the harbor itself before heading into the docks. And Roland is waving their hand at a couple of people, just kind of as friends or as acquaintances, and you head towards the dock proper, and there is tons of ships that are here. Those of you that are from here, this is not quite a frequent occurrence with the festivities and celebration that's going on. There is a lot of people that are coming in and a lot of goods that need to be kind of pushed in. The few of you that have been on the sea before, or captains or frequent ships, can see that there is a large galleon of that is from the Leyline Trading Company that seems to be unloading a ton of crates and barrels and goods onto the dock. The Roland kind of signals to the right, away from some of the larger ships, and you see that there's a modest shipping vessel with one very large sail and three kind of homely looking people that are kind of working on it right now, getting it ready to be set sail. And Roland just kind of looks back to you. All right, so this is Harris, this is a kipper. Please go ahead and go get on deck. We'll be leaving shortly. You can talk to there's Melda. She's the first mate. She's probably getting some of the boxes set up. And then you gotta be careful of Graham. He's kind of an asshole, but he's a good fisher. He's a bigger guy. He's the one up there. You can see this very large, rotund guy, big black beard, human, very short, kind of mussy hair as he's kind of lifting some of the boxes and taking them down to the lower part of the ship. Right, and then there is we have a little one, Melda's daughter, who's kind of training, kind of getting her sea legs underneath her. So she'll be joining us too.
I'm gonna wait to be the last one to get on the ship, but I'm gonna take like a very deep breath, and then step on and just kind of exhale and just kind of feel the ship around me, and just revel in it because this was, my bread and butter. I'm gonna go up to the front and just kind of like very lightly rub on the rail and just be like, yes, he's a good ship.
As you get on, your senses kind of slightly dulled from the time that you've spent away from the sea. This is definitely a ship of somebody who cares and whose blood is seawater. This ship is, well, rough and not the most gallant of ships. It is well taken care of, and has seen many a storm as well as trips out to sea. So that kind of feeling that you get towards rubbing the railing and kind of feeling that old wood, the unvarnished, feels right at home.
There's a little smile on his face.
Tsena's going to go find a crate and hop up on it, tune his loot, kind of lean back. Hopefully one closer to the big guy that's unloading.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna nonchalantly mention up to him, you look like you've seen a lot of these waters.
You gotta live. Right? And he keeps walking with his crate and then heads down. As the Roland starts to untie and throw up the rope, up to Melda, who is a very, very, very old halfling woman with a captain's hat, a triangular brimmed hat, black leather, stained and wind torn, dried from the salt. With her very, very dry and mangly hair kind of tied into a half knot. And she is kind of watching everybody, leaning up against some of the fish that they've caught earlier, and just keeping an eye out. Roland puts the last one up, goes on up the gangway and brings it up. All right, let's go ahead and start getting out. And they call out, and you can see a few of the dock workers grab the long poles and slowly start pushing as Roland goes up to the helm and begins to maneuver the sail to catch the wind to kind of help them push a little bit further if possible. And they go out into the general harbor area. They tighten back up, pull the ropes into position, and the sail catches, and you can kind of feel the gentle rock forward as it begins to head out to the deeper waters.
Oh gosh, we're going deeper into the water now.
Just remember to breathe.
Yes, I will do my best. Surrounded by water and away from the comforts of home.
If you do forget to breathe, though, then you'll just pass out and you'll be at our destination without even having to experience the journey.
I feel like that's
Enjoy the
objectively
ride.
worse, but I appreciate your attempt to help.
Right.
I mean, you can always try to take a nap.
Oh heavens no, not with all this movement.
But I mean, isn't that like I've never seen that school of fish before. I'm trying to distract Saul with something else other than the ocean.
Darling, that's just a bluefin tuna. You had some for dinner 3 days ago.
Is that what they look like, though?
Yes. Although it is quite pretty.
It is. I mean, I look at the way the fins are all splayed out. Do you have that in your journal? I don't remember seeing a picture of that.
No, you are correct. I don't have a picture of a bluefin tuna. They are a well-documented creature, so I never thought to draw them.
But what if you were to ever come across like one that's like different? How would you know?
I know what you're doing. And it's working.
I know.
Pull out my pen and start scribbling.
Miidy's gonna
I'm-
see if there's any things she could do to help around the ship.
Flora joins her.
Let's see. I'm gonna go look for Melda.
See, Melda's is again just kind of leaning up against one of the crates as the wind's kind of rushing over the ship itself.
And I'm gonna like go over there and talk with her and ask her if she's ever seen any silvery, well, you know, I bring it up.
You're a quite
silvery
big
kelp.
fucker.
Oh, I get it from my mom actually. She was a wrestler.
I can. You definitely got the muscle.
Ravina
Fuck's
Strongarm
sake.
McDonald was her name.
How many boxes can you lift? Do you need a job?
Well, you know, I wrestle here in the city walls, but you know, I'm on a few jobs right now. Actually, maybe after this I can take you up on it. I'm looking for some really rare kelp right now.
I mean, we're more in the fish business than we are in the kelp business.
And I've been looking for some really green goo, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, can't say that I do. Is that a euphemism for something?
No, but brace yourself. We might be in for a bumpy ride. And,
It's the ocean. That's kind of it happens out here. It's got waves.
I took seasickness pills.
Oh. Do you want me to congratulate you?
Well, you know, thankfully I won't get sick. So that's a bonus.
I agree. Yes, do you normally go out to sea?
Not normally, but I have a new group of friends here. And my, man, it just feels like the right thing to do to get on a little adventure.
I agree. I think it's good to get yourself out of the comfort zone. You don't know what you're made of until you're out there.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell Saul all day.
Right, and who is Soul? Which
The one with the book, and he's over there.
oh, the
he's,
one that is gripping the side of the rail quite furiously.
Yeah.
White knuckling, as it were.
Yeah, him.
Now, it doesn't look like he's made for this kind of vessel. Is he gonna be okay?
We're gonna find out.
You hear it yell out. Oh, if you're gonna spew, do it overboard. I ain't cleaning this ship again while you're here.
Can you not talk about spewing? I think it might make me.
Right. Alright,
Have you seen Jekka?
No, I have not seen Jekka. I haven't been on shore since yesterday. I've been I sleep on the ship most nights.
I'll pass.
So all are making deeper into the sea. Maybe. Roland kind of calls out to Basura. Hey, so what's the story? I mean, I know you kind of called it off, but what's the story about the? You said you got sunburnt a lot as a kid, I think is what we talked about last time.
I'm sorry, it was just kind of a joke that I like telling. I've had this condition for a little bit now. Not really sure how. Some people refer to it as Terra's blessing.
Hey, one of the Some of the ship's tales that I hear talk about Tritons and their prophecies and their oracles and readings and things like that. Should probably look into that. You kind of look red, and they mentioned red Triton, so
Yeah, skin as blood red, something like that.
yeah, something along those lines. There's quite a few different readings, as it were. People interpreting things.
Who do you think would be the best person to ask about that?
Probably go to the Australian towers. They got a bunch of researchy type in there, bookish people. Probably got at least 3 of the. I can't remember exactly. I'm not one to keep track of this kind of shite, but they have. I think there's like 3 or 4 different types of interpretations from different people that's been looking into the Triton's prophecies and other various things as well, but. It all just depends on who's looking into it. I'll have the general feeling, though.
Yeah, I might have to do that when we get back. Hey, Fancy Robe, do you want to go with me to those Strain Towers?
Oh, yes, absolutely. If it's, fine with my darling.
Why would it not be?
Well, you know how I tend to get lost in libraries and the such.
Yes, but you won't be alone this time, so I don't have to worry about that.
Fair. Yes, I would love to attend.
All right. Also, if you look up, you'll see that the Kalora, they kind of follow in the wake of the sail. They kind of float on the little updraft from the sails.
Yes, they are quite fascinating creatures. Still not entirely sure how they predict the weather.
They must feel it in their bones.
It's part of Tara. They just they can feel the lightning. They can feel the kind of charges and the energy that's kind of building around, and they're kind of attracted to the shore themselves. They don't want to get whipped in. It also could just be nature. I mean, you're out at sea. You don't want to be in a storm, especially if you're flying. Where the hell are you gonna land?
Yeah, yes, that would be less than ideal, wouldn't it?
Makes sense.
Fascinating nonetheless.
Right. The ship begins to, as you're looking back towards shore, the shore begins to fade off a little bit, get smaller, more distant. And looking towards the deeper sea, you can see that the black clouds and the rolling storm is beginning to make its way further in. And you can see the flashes of lightning towards that, underneath the clouds. The water itself more choppy, feeling some of the rougher waters deeper, pushing towards the shore. And the ship is definitely getting more and more mobile and shaky and listing and moving.
I would like to cast light on one of my ears.
All right, that's fine.
Just in case it gets a little dark from the storm.
I like how it has a dexterity
Nice.
save on there.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
think-
jeez.
I think it's maybe if you cast it on another creature, that unwilling thing. All right, the wind is starting to pick up, and go ahead and everybody who, let's see here, just everybody should go ahead and give me a perception check. Ship is small enough. 14, 17, 24. Wow, all very high. You guys went from like really bad to like,
I know.
nice,
I'm coming
nice and
around.
stable.
Coming
I,
around.
I'm keeping it consistent.
You're
And
fine.
what-
You're sick. That makes sense.
You don't want to be here. That's fine.
I do not.
All right, Flora, Miidyr, and Tsena. As you guys are kind of really just hanging out on the ship itself, not really too much exciting going on. You see, kind of as you look beneath the waves, you see these little flashes of green bioluminescence that just kind of whoop as you're going by, kind of heading backwards, and then immediately start following the ship, keeping the same pace as the ship itself. Snarf, you're able to see them once they start getting closer to the surface of the water. You see these kind of amorphous like blobs that are just keeping track and keeping up with the ship itself along the side. There is 2 on either side.
I'm pointing out what I'm seeing.
Oh, we lost somebody, so that's gonna mess up the stream stuff. Give me a minute. Right, and we're back. Had some technical difficulties, but we're back. We're on a boat, motherfucker.
Don't you ever
And
forget.
all right, and we had the two these kind of glowing green bioluminescent amorphous blobs kind of moving along with the ship.
I think we got some friends that are not friendly.
I'm growing concerningly uneasy. Concerningly uneased. They're green, right? Y'all see these green? Is it green?
Yeah, they're glowing. That green glow is very, very
It's-
reminiscent.
It's fucking green. It's fucking green. It's going in my notes. It's fucking green.
Do any of
Oh,
you
I
know
think
what
I'm
no.
this
about to
is?
be green.
I didn't catch that, so I was writing that down.
Have any of you seen this before?
It kind of reminds me of that green goop, that shit in the ocean that I encountered with Basura.
Does anybody else on the ship seem to be taking notice of these things?
They're more concerned with what's happening on the ship than they are what's happening off.
Try to hail one, maybe. Yeah. Excuse me. Do you see these things over here off the bow? What is it?
And you see the big bearded guy, Grim, who you were sitting up on top of the crate of. Just kind of, he looks over. Oi, Nolan. We got shiny things. And Nolan's like, why? I don't know what you mean by that, Grim. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. And there is a huge splash from the water as these things erupt as these glowing blobs, and they slam down on top of the ship on the deck and splash out some of the seawater rushing through as they make a form of a humanoid-like shape going from a blob and amorphous into having limbs. And they look almost identical to the mucus creatures that you had before, but fully transformed. These are translucent, see-through, with many tubules that are going in and out and through, and kind of as their body and form is constantly turning in upon itself. And everyone, I need you to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Nasty.
And
Oh,
I
that
will
can't
bring
be
you over
good.
to the map. If it'll let me bring
Speed
you
of
over.
Paladin.
Dope.
God, I'm rolling like trash today.
Oh, look at that! I'm on a crate.
Uh-oh, where's my husband?
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have a husband anymore.
I've died.
Oh,
Go.
no.
Overboard.
I threw up so hard that I died and fell overboard.
Oh,
You better not die, sir.
got some all those initiatives. Very nice. Okay. Just getting everything ready here. Okay. So, looks like we have 4, 10, 10, 6, 20. Yeah, okay, cool. Flora, you're up.
Wonderful. I'm going to cast Bless.
Okay, who you casting it on?
Hold on, I didn't think that far.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Just knew you had to cast it.
Yeah.
I had the feeling, man. Where the hell is everybody? Why are we so far away from each other?
Because you guys are on a boat, motherfucker.
We on a boat.
Okay, I'm going to Alright, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm going to move so that way I can cast Bless on Tsena, Snarf, and Basura.
Okay.
My shit's going crazy, so I'm just gonna try to do that.
There's lines
while-
going everywhere, girl. You good?
Sorry, I was checking some distance.
No, it's fine. I don't mind. No, please. That's what the
Yeah.
tool is used for. That's why it's there.
Yeah, I needed to check some.
Am
Where
I
I could get
blind?
to.
Because I actually still don't legitimately see myself.
Oh, you were supposed
Actually,
to.
I
put you on.
I
went
don't
man
see you either, honey.
overboard.
Yeah, sorry. There you go.
think-
Ah, I am Sarloth, the Devastator.
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
So I cannot get to Basura.
So who we hitting with it?
Well, shit. Okay. Tsena and Sarloth and Miidyr. That's I'll bong bong bong
Miidyr.
matter.
Include yourself in that, you know.
I know, but
Miidyr sounds way too fancy.
Miidyr.
Flora's
That's
gonna be
her
a little
father's name.
fancy.
Ew.
All right, and then you are maintaining concentration.
Honestly,
yes.
that makes sense though.
All right. Is that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. They are now going to go.
Boo.
Yeah, they got a 19. And they are going to 5, 10. Oh. How do you- Okay, whatever. And 5, 10, and oh. All right, so we're getting as they start to kind of glide over. The first one is going to attack Big Boy, as he seems to be the more dangerous threat currently. And, oh yeah, that hits. That's a big one. And 2. As they rip into his stomach, and you can see the layer and rolls of the inside of the fat tissue of this yellow globulous just exit out of his stomach and plop onto the deck as the smell of just putrid like this guy does not eat well, just like this smell of flesh that is not taken care of, and blood just and he falls down upon the deck.
That's unpleasant.
That was excellent acting. That right there that's Grammy worthy.
That was this guy up here?
Thank you
Yeah.
for that
I
experience.
wonder if I saw it from over back here. I feel like he's. I can see.
Yeah, we'll just X him out. That's fine.
Bye, Grim. I loved you.
Nice knowing him.
The next one is going to attack Roland. Oh, oh.
Oh.
That's a nat 20 by Roland.
We're gonna need Basura's skills
Rolling
real
fingers?
quick.
Oh my god, he's
Definitely.
oh, okay. Yeah, and as one of them, he just grabs him and grabs his ribs and rips them apart as the back of his just goes spread eagle, and as blood just pours down, and you can see Roland's just eyes go blank as he passes out. Throws him onto the deck. Next one is going to attack Snarf. It's a 21 to hit. Snarf, you are taking 10 slashing damage as they reach up and rake across your stomach up to your chest, and you can feel the searing heat as you take, let me see here. Sorry. You're going to take 6 slashing and 3 necrotic, so 9 damage.
Oh, 9. Okay. Oh. Bam.
And you can feel the heat of your own blood kind of singeing into or sticking into the clothing and drip down your thigh.
Cool.
And next one's going to attack Basura. That's a no. I don't think a 10 hits. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're back up to Miidyr. You're up.
All right. Ba-ba-bum. So our steering person's dead, and the big guy's dead. Hey, Miidyr doesn't know nautical terms, so shush. Ba-ba-bum. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to shoot this guy with my shortbow. He's by the helm.
Okay.
That is an 11.
As you go to try to pull back your bow and aim, there's a rock in the ship that you aren't accounting for, and fire off, and you are off by a pretty wide margin to his right as it hits into the helm.
Damn it. Okay. That's all I can do. 1 attack per turn. And I'm gonna move slightly in front of Saul just to kind of put myself in range of anybody trying to get to him.
Okay.
And I shall end my turn.
Sarloth, you're up.
Excellent. Let's see. I am going to Eldritch Blast this fellow right there.
Okay. The ones that Miidyr tried to attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, 18 hits.
Excellent.
Nice.
10. Nice. And as you are getting more use, your body is now responding to that. Okay, now I know what to cast. And the indigo-like energy erupts from your hand, slamming into the creature. And as it hits, you can kind of see like it splay open like a rock hitting a lake. And then it kind of reforms back in as it sets its eyes and looks at you.
Oh, I think I pissed it off, darling. And I'm going to pass her.
Seems so.
And end your turn?
Yep.
All right, Snarf, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna attempt to hit this guy with my metal chair.
All right.
Oh boy. Ouch.
Yeah, so as you're going to reach up to
Ouch.
pull your chair out, the pain from the the wound that you just sustained kind of tinges yourself as you just you flinch and hit the chair down on as it kind of slides a little bit to the right.
Melda, save me. That's my turn.
Okay. Well, it is the other people's turn. Let's see. Melda is going to jump on top of the crates. Let's see if she actually can jump. She's a halfling, so what's her? Oh yeah, natural 19 on the die. She's fine. Whew, jumps on, lands on the fish. Squish, 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 squish. Runs over to the other one and is going to jump and take her dagger and slash it all the way down as she jumps down. Give her a roll. Oh yeah, hits him. Runs and just rakes her dagger on the back of this gooey-like creature. And does some and slice it down, and the creature kind of deforms and then kind of looks behind both of you as she is now flanking.
Nice.
The little girl is going to run over inside one of the boxes and kind of jump in and kind of peek her head out. And that is it. The rest of the crew is dead. Tsena, you're up.
Well, Tsena's going to point Flora's way, and he's going to say, "You can save the captain," and give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, nice.
And then he is going to take a slash at this thing in front of him that just murdered Grim.
Yeah,
15 to hit?
15 hits.
Woohoo!
Get him.
14 slashing.
As you bring down your glaive, and you can kind of feel it slices through, like, come cleanly through them, and you can see as you're moving through behind the glaive, you can see the tendrils of its mucus reach out and attach and grab the other half and push it kind of back together as it racks through it.
And that will be the extent of my economy.
Okay.
Actually, I will move, though. Hop down off the box
Mm-hmm.
and circle around between this one and the rest of the party.
Gotcha. Flora, you're up.
What Flora failed to tell Tsena was she's not really
I rolled again.
oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot Basura.
Yeah, Basura's got a turn.
I forgot about that. Yep, sorry. You go ahead.
Gonna stab the guy closest to me.
Okay. Thank you for reminding me.
With my rapier.
The rapier. 12 misses.
Man.
So as you go to try to stab, it just kind of gets right out of the way, and you just hit right along the mucus along its skin as you pull back your rapier.
I'm going to haul that over next to Snarf.
You're gonna bonus action disengage, is that what I heard?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm gonna disengage and
Okay.
kind of haul butt over next to Snarf.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so now we are up to Flora.
All right, I'm gonna kind of slide over on to this guy here, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna beat him up.
You do it.
It's not great. Oh wait. Can I add on to that with the inspiration?
You may.
When is that? When am I rolling? Is it a 1d6?
1d6.
Oh, nice.
17 overall.
17 hits.
It's gonna have carrot imprints from the metal carrot bits.
Oh, no.
You wrap it into it, and you splash into it on the side as some of its mucus flies out into the left onto the sail above, kind of slapping into it as it forms itself back up.
And that's kind of all I can do, so, because I don't have any healing skills available. Yay, bye.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, so it is going to be their turn. One is going to, let's see, movement. That way. And this one is going to stay and stay. Okay, one attack towards Tsena. That one does not hit. One towards Snarf again. That one hits.
We can see your rolls.
You can see my rolls?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the stream.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah,
because
fam.
I double clicked. There we go. That's okay if anyone saw the rules. So let's roll damage. Yep. So, and there we go. Snarf as the guy rolls up again and claws you deep. That is going to be another 9. So another 6 slashing, 3 necrotic.
Okay, got it.
And then 1 is going to attack Basura. Oh, it's a net 1.
Oh, nice.
So let's see if bad stuff happens. Oh my gosh. It's spinning. It's spinning. I didn't know they could spin like that. Okay. No, 57. Bad stuff does not happen. So it goes to try to slash at you and misses. And then we are back up to the top. Miidyr.
All right. Ba-ba-bum. Midyr's gonna move actually a little away from Saul to here. Because she saw the child jump into the box, right?
Yeah.
Alright, she's gonna post up kind of halfway between the two and is gonna shoot at the guy down here by Basura.
Okay.
Ooh, 21.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
Nice.
It should just be 1d6. I don't know why I keep rolling both of them for some freaking reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I mean, it already rolled your damage.
Yeah, so 8 piercing
Sneak
damage.
attack.
Yeah, it's just rolling sneak attack automatically. And you get sneak attack on this because you have a ally within 5 feet.
Oh, sweet. So, yeah, 13.
Okay. So then you pull back, unleash, it hits right into it, splashing as the arrow just flies right through them and goes into the ocean on the other side. And they kind of reform a little bit slower than they would normally, as you have been seeing.
So damage does do something to him. All right. And I'm going to end my turn there. I will keep myself kind of posted here.
Sarloth, you're up.
Excellent. I know this is terribly shocking to everyone. I am going to Eldritch Blast. Specifically, this fellow here by the mast.
Okay.
God, it's not gonna hit.
Nope. So as you, as the
less
energy
on
kind
you.
of comes out, it just flies. You're just like, whoop, there's the ship. And it flies up high and just kind of goes into the skies. You see, kind of like, you know, Team Rocket just blasting off again.
Here we go again.
I'm gonna get very sad about this and use a bonus action to hex that same fellow.
Okay, he is now hexed. What ability would you like to have him have disadvantage on?
Let's go with Constitution.
Okay, he now has disadvantage on Constitution abilities.
Did that thing do damage to it too, or is that just a random roll on it?
It does. He does
It
extra
should do damage. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
adds-
If he
Oh.
hits. Or is it if anybody hits it?
I think it's if the Warlock does, but you can double check that ability.
Yeah, I think it's like a hunter's mark.
All right, Snarf, you're up.
Okay. Oh god, I'm gonna die soon. I'm gonna try to kill this motherfucker.
It specifically says you, so I deal extra
Yeah.
damage.
Oh my god, it's so low.
14 is not what you.
Oh,
need to hit
God.
it.
I'm gonna die. Do I get advantage for flanking?
Snarf,
You
bless.
do get advantage for flanking.
Oh god. Don't die, Snarf. You can do it. Oh, terrible.
Oh. Again, you are starting to
Oh.
get kind of like woozy as the blood is dripping down, and you look down, and you're like, dude, I don't normally fight with blood, man. And you just like, whoa, and your muscles just, as you can barely lift the chair, and it kind of hits the side of the fishing boxes next to you.
I'm gonna pinch Basura's red butt and say, you might have to get me up soon.
Basura, you're up. Or the other people are up. girl's gonna keep hiding. Let's see. Melda's going to attempt to try to stab, but she gets advantage. That's a hit. And okay. And she just kind of slashes out a little bit just with her tiny little dagger and just kind of slaps it. The creature doesn't really pay that much attention. And now we are up to Basura.
I'm going to attempt to stab it with a rapier again. The one closest to me.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just came through. Nice. Good roll.
So 11 piercing, nice. So stab it right in, and you see it start to slowly turn back into more of a amorphous blob. It's having a hard time keeping its humanoid shape.
Going to attempt to disengage and get next to the one in front of Snarf.
Okay. All right. Tsena, you're up.
That'll be my.
Oh, very good. I'm gonna start off with a pointing Sarloth's way and saying, "You can't hit them all, but you'll hit the next one," and I'll give him some bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I feel terribly inspired now.
And then I will take a swipe at the one that's directly next to me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I won't actually. Glaive is 10 feet, isn't it? So I can attack the one next to Flora.
You can. As
I will
reach.
do that. Yes. 20 to hit.
20 definitely hits.
12 points of slashing.
You turn around and swing in one fluid motion, and the glaive slices up from the from leg all the way up to the back and slices some of the mucus, flies over off board the ship, flying into the sea. And again, it starts to kind of turn into like more of a blob, and it's less of a humanoid-like shape, just kind of.
Now, this Grim and the captain, are they completely toasted? There's no.
They're
or are they
eviscerated.
I smell it.
They're, I mean, yeah, they're
gone.
They did more than twice their full hit
Right.
points.
So no death save. Okay.
There's no death
Good.
saves. No, they're gone.
Yeah, then I'll be done.
Okay. Flora, you're up.
We're going to, we're gonna beat him up.
Beat him up.
Nat 20.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I would like to do 18 points of damage to
Damn,
him.
max
Yeah, how do you want to
damage.
fuck this guy up?
Dang.
I just want to look at him and sneer, like, it's so gross, and then just whack.
And you, and it just atomizes the mucus as it flies over and sprays towards the right side of the ship.
Ooh. I am then going to. I'm gonna come right here to help Tsena with this one, and then I'll head over to the others.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. We're going to Go ahead and have them move. Let me see if he actually, would he go there or would he go after the child? Doesn't even see the child. All right, so the first one is going to attack you again, Snarf. It's on a blood.
Oh,
It's on a blood kick.
oh god.
Oh my god, nat 1.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
Damn.
And it got a really bad stuff happens. It rolled below a 10 in its percentile die. So as it goes to slash at you, you're able to just kind of move out of the way, and it swings off with such proportion. It just kind of
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Oh, that is fucking
and
hilarious.
it hits the water, and you see it splash as the ship just zooms on by it.
That's hilarious.
All right, and then next one's going to be attacking. See, it'll probably just try to keep attacking Tsena. Yeah, that's a 20, so that hits. And you feel their claws reach under and grab and slash at your thighs, feeling the dig and deep of the hard glass-like talons. And you take 10, so you take 7 slashing and 3 necrotic. And then 1 is attacking Basura. That's a no. Nope. Goes to try to slash, and you're able to kind of definitely dodge out of the way. And we are up to Miidyr.
Sweet. I'm gonna put away my short bow, and I'm gonna move right here behind this, beside this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to draw my rapier and attempt to slash it.
Slashy slash. You have advantage. Which means you also do... yeah, that hits. But you also do sneak attack damage.
How about a nat 20 as advantage?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's fuck. How do you want to do it? He's only got like 6 hit points left, so...
I literally want to like stick him in the abdomen and then just swish it up.
So you
Split his upper half in 2.
And as its body tries, you can see the tendrils try to reach out, but there's just not enough energy left, and it just... and it dissolves into this thick pile of mucus of gelatinous-like pieces onto the deck.
Yay!
That ends your turn?
Midyr's gonna look into the box and just check on the kid before turning and looking at the other guy up there.
And the kid just kind of looks at you with like just fear in her eyes.
It's all right. It'll be all right. And I don't end my turn, I guess. Yeah.
All right, Sarloth, you're up.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I always do, an Eldritch Blast. The last fellow left alive on this boat.
It'll have half cover.
Ooh, that's right.
Because of
'cause he's surrounded by
Tsena standing in front.
people.
You do have bless still.
Yeah, you do have bless as well too, though.
I do, and
Also
Bardic
Bardic
Inspiration.
You've got a bunch of things that are like buff it.
Yeah.
Buff it real good.
Wait, what does Bless do?
1d4
Sorry.
to attack, not
To
damage,
attack.
but to attack.
You know, fuck it. I'm gonna magic missile that fucker,
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Roll damage.
and I'm launching all 3 of them at him.
Oh.
There's 1, 4, 2. And nice. So 9 force damage. So you get slam into him as little like craters of mucus. Kind of hits at it.
And that will be it.
All right, Snarf, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. He's way out there. I also am going to come to the little girl and make sure she is okay.
And as you kind of lean over, like, hey.
Right? Oh god.
There is a, there's a brief scream, like, and she covers up her mouth.
It's okay, Milda's daughter. We will save you.
Okay.
And I'm going to
thank you.
pass my turn back here.
Okay. Basura.
Going for wheel. I think I have just enough to get there.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can get right next to the helm. And if you want a bonus action dash, you could get all the way there.
Diggity, 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 dash.
I'm going to last guy.
Okay. Nope, 10 does not heat. And you said you were throwing the dagger, or you...
I would. Yes, I am going to throw it.
Okay. That's okay. I know there's having some internet issues over there. Okay, so as you go to chuck it, it sticks into the box behind.
I'm going to try to throw my other one.
Question mark? Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out if the bonus or the 2-weapon fighting counts with throw.
I don't mind. I think that's completely fine. You can use it. It just follows the same rules, and you can throw your second one. That's okay. 14 does not hit. So, and you throw the other one, and it barely misses. It just glides right next to him and hits into the box behind him.
I'm gonna curse very loudly, then end my turn.
Okay. Tsena, you're up.
Well, I seem to be doing all right with the attacking option, so I'll do it again. And he's going to slash down with that glaive on the left side, trying to keep it as far away from Flora as possible.
Nice.
That 19 to hit.
Yeah, 19 hits. How do you want to do it? Shit ton of damage.
Well, I'm gonna sort of carve the head and neck area out of him by coming down on the shoulder, about halfway to the navel, and then turn the glaive and bring it back up and out.
And you slice it up as the force of the wind that's blowing just kind of throws that part into the ocean as it splits apart into different chunks and splashes behind the ship as the rest of its body just crumples and melts and hits the deck.
Is lay on hands a bonus action for self?
No, yes, yeah, we discussed that. It's a bonus action for self.
I'm going to lay on hands myself then with my bonus action for the full 5.
Okay. And as the final creature falls down onto the shore, onto the deck, and you look around fiercely to see if there's anything left, we'll go ahead and end session there.
Yeah. The goo is on the loose.
Also, everyone is level 3 now, so go ahead and level up.
Yay!
Oh, shit.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, subclasses for most people,
Shit.
I believe. Everyone but Sarloth already picked theirs. Yeah, everyone gets. Oh, that's right. You multi-classed.
Yes.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us for session 2. This will be going up on YouTube probably in the next couple days, more than likely tomorrow. And again, thank you all, everyone. We love you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for all of the players as well. Really appreciate it. And we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.